I'm Janet. I'm 53 and I live in Wiltshire. And I've got a husband, John, and 2 children, Peter and Chloe. That's not right. I'm Janet. I'm 53. I'm Janet. I'm 47 and I live in Wiltshire. And I've got a dog, Zigmund. Ziggy for short. So, I walk the dog and I play tennis. But I spend quite a lot of evenings by myself. And I'm looking for companionship. Nights out. I love musicals. So, companionship and maybe more. Oh, companionship and maybe more. Oh, God, no. Companionship and maybe more. We're in the school hall. It's parents' evening and I'm waiting in the queue to see my son's English teacher, Miss Pemberton. The couple in front have been really ever such a long time and I'm sure it must be my turn now. Oh yes, Miss Pemberton's just shot me a little glance to show me that she knows I'm waiting, and yes, she's giving the wind-up signs to the people in front. It is my turn. Oh no, that's quite all right. Hello, Miss Pemberton. Oh, I love your scarf, by the way. Yeah, I'm Peter's mum. Yes. My husband's meant to be joining me, but I've just had a text message. Let me check. Oh no, he isn't going to make it. Typical. He's never here. So, how is Peter getting on? Oh, good. Oh, that's such a relief. He loves your lessons. All set for his A-level? Yes? Oh, splendid. Yes, I'll tell him to keep up the good work. Super. Thank you, Miss Pemberton. I suppose I ought to be moving on now. There's a big long queue of people waiting to see you. Yes. Thank you, Miss Pemberton. Bye-bye. I need to make a call. Peter, have you walked the dog?
No. What's for dinner?
Chloe, have you walked the dog?
No, I need a lift to the station.
Meet Ziggy. He's a little bit out of hand, but just as soon as I get him to the park and off the lead, oh, off he goes. Off to play with all his doggy friends. Good boy, Ziggy. Good boy. No, he's been done. There's nothing to worry about. No, it's all just play. Oh, don't be so silly. It's not an affront to your dog's masculinity. Well, what if my dog is gay, sir? What's wrong with being gay? I often meet Caroline at the park and we sit on a bench and chat while the dogs play. Ziggy's been humping other dogs again. Some owners really don't like it. What do you think? I know. I could tell you anything, couldn't I? I fancy my son's English teacher, Miss Pemberton. Caroline has 2 pieces of advice for me. The first is that I should join a gym and do more workouts to take my mind off it. Or, failing that, go and see a psychosexual counsellor. I picked someone out of the phone book. They live in a suburban cul-de-sac about 5 miles from my house. Well, I sit nervously in a brocade-upholstered armchair behind the net curtains in her lounge, come consulting room, and I tell her everything. I tell her how at the all-girls school I went to I fancied sixth formers and teachers. My maddest, most devoted crush was on Miss Bradley. Oh, Miss Bradley. I realised at 18 this wasn't getting me anywhere. Miss Bradley was oblivious to my charms. I decided that what I really needed to do was to meet some boys, and I would automatically fancy them instead. I met some boys, and after several years of trying, convinced myself that I did at last fancy one. And without giving myself time to think better of it, I married him and had 2 children. John is loyal and extremely hard-working. Oh, by this point in the consultation, my mobile has vibrated 3 times. The first message is from Peter.
What's for dinner?
The second is from Chloe.
I need a lift to the station. Where the hell are you, Mum?
And the third is from John.
Number 8 for fresh pants, socks and shirts. Can you iron 3 for later? What's for dinner?
The counsellor's advice seems curiously at odds with her cosy domestic setting. Her husband popped in earlier with cups of tea and chocolate bourbon biscuits for us both, before placing a loving proprietorial peck on his wife's head and tiptoeing away, pantomiming discretion. Her recommendation, as she relieves me of 5 crisp £20 notes, is to read a book about polyamory. Well, Polly turns out not to be a pioneering lesbian, as I had hoped. Polyamory is not a person at all. Polyamory is the practice of engaging in multiple sexual and romantic relationships all at once, with the consent of everyone involved. Well, how do I fit that in with the ironing? I feel out of my depth and naive. It's the same feeling I had as a little girl on an early trip to the municipal swimming pool, trying to figure out the cartoon pictures on the poster saying what was and wasn't allowed. I was an innocent, only child. I could read well, but I had no siblings to enlighten me. No heavy petting. Oh, does that mean you can't bring a heavy pet in? That makes sense. Great Danes or ponies would make an awful splash. Can I bring my hamster? She's not a very heavy pet. In. Can hamsters swim? It was embarrassing to learn that that rule was for bigger kids, initiates in an adult world I couldn't understand yet. All I want is a girlfriend, someone to understand me, someone to hold me and let me hold them, someone with curves and soft skin and a warm, generous heart, a sense of humour, someone sensitive and intelligent and funny and there for me. £100 an hour. Paying that to come away feeling more frustrated and confused than before. I take a bold step, picturing a brassy madam at the other end of the line as I tentatively tap in the number from the website. Hello, it's good to hear from you. How can we help? Oh, we love our first-time lady callers. Just relax. If you're looking for a lady lover, we've got loads. From luscious, lubalicious, libo-loving Linda to sexy Sonia with the saucy Suffolk, scintillating sizzle, bodacious Belle, curvy Crystal, dynamic Debbie, exotic Estelle, kinky Kath, fit Fifi, hot ho Hannah, pole dancing Pandora with the pussy that purrs, raunchy Rhiannon. Try Trixie. She's a girl with a name that trips off your tongue, and believe me, you'll trip off hers. Undulating Ursula. Vavavum Verity. Oh, you won't believe Verity. Xenia with an X. Jasmine with a Y, and why not Zoe? Or perhaps you just want someone to talk to.
What's for dinner? Can you do a fringe skirt? My change is on that What's for dinner? Can you do a fringe skirt? My change is on
Oh, John, you're back. How was your trip? John, I really need to talk to you. Well, what are you doing now? Well, can I come up to the attic? Well, all right then, just pass it down to me. The phone's ringing, but don't worry, the answer machine will get it. Fishing rods.
Hello, John, Janet, Peter and Chloe.
You're going
can't get to the phone
fishing.
at the moment, but if you'd like to leave a message, please do.
Okay,
and we'll
I've
get
got
back to you
them.
as soon as we can.
Your feedback is important to us. How would you rate the friendliness of your Siren's operative? Using your telephone keypad on a
Just looking
scale
for the
of 1 to
handset for the
5.
landline.
Please
One
indicate
of
your
the
response
children.
from 1,
Could you
not
just all have a
friendly,
little
to
bit of a
5,
look for the,
very,
if you see a
very friendly.
handset
How
for a
would you rate the
landline.
sensuality
Sorry, I'm just going to have a look round here. There's the children often
Not very sensual,
here and
to 5.
oh,
Very, very friendly.
thank you very much, John. You're going fishing. Where? At the Arctic Circle. Oh. When? Oh, that's the same week that Peter's on his DV and Chloe's on her Spanish trip. No, it doesn't matter. It's just that I really need to talk to you. Well, when, John? When? I've got a reply.
Hi Janet, I saw your video. My name's Rosie, I'm a singer and I live in Brighton. I'm going to the International Women's Festival in Erissos on Lesbos in September. I don't know if you're planning to go, but if you are, swing by and say hello.
She sent a link. International Women's Festival. International Women's Festival. It's the right dates. It's the same dates. Book. Bye, Peter. Got your torch? Good. Buonas vacaciones, Chloe. John. Tight lines. Ziggy. Oh, Ziggy. Ziggy is going to the young family next door. They're thinking of getting a dog for themselves and they're keen to try out to see if they can cope for a week with Ziggy. Oh, come on then, Ziggy. Bye, Ziggy. Be good.
Hello,
Hello.
Janet.
Oh, you must be Rosie.
Welcome to Lesbos.
It's so different from Wiltshire. Women holding hands. You don't see that in Wiltshire.
This isn't Wiltshire. Welcome to a week of sun, sea and Sappho.
Oh, Sappho, thank you. Is that a bit like Ouzo?
6th century BC singer-songwriter.
Oh, yes, Sappho, of course. I knew that.
Look
I knew
at me,
that.
face to face, my friend. Unloose the beauty of your eyes. like a sweet apple reddening high on the branch. High on the highest the apple pickers forgot, or not forgotten, was one they couldn't reach. That's Sappho.
That's lovely.
You're lovely. Have some more.
So, Sappho sang and you sing too?
Yes.
I used to be in a choir. Well, a choral society. Sex. Salisbury and Ebbsbourne Choral Society.
How do you like Grease?
It's my favourite musical. Summer loving happens at first.
Are you being funny?
Yes. I say silly things when I'm nervous.
Are you nervous?
Yes, and the Sappho's gone straight to my head.
Dinner tonight.
Oh, yes, please.
And you like tennis. Let's have a game.
Oh, that would be super.
And a dip in the sea.
Yes, let's do it. What else?
When marimba rhythms start to play, dance with me, make me sway. Like a lazy ocean hugs the shore, hold me close, sway me more. Like a flower bending in the breeze, bend with me, sway with ease. When we dance you have a way with me, stay with me, sway with me. Other dancers may be on the floor, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway I grow weak. I can hear the sound of violins long before it begins. Make me thrill as only you know how. Sway me smooth, sway me now. Other dancers may be on the floor, dear, but my eyes will see only you. Only you have that magic technique. When we sway, I grow weak.
Oh, Rosie, that was incredible. What else?
I'll show you around.
Oh.
Let's fall in love. Why shouldn't we fall in love? Our hearts are made of it. Let's take a chance. Why be afraid of it? Let's close our eyes and make our own paradise. Little we know of it, still we can try to make a go of it.
We might have been meant for each other, to be or not to be, let our hearts discover.
Let's fall in love. Why shouldn't we fall in love? Now is the time for it while we are young. Let's fall in love. We might have been meant for each other, to be or not to be, let our hearts discover. Let's fall in love. Why shouldn't we fall in love? Now is the time for it while we are young. Let's fall in love. Let's fall in love.
fireworks. They happen every night on Lesbos. And now we're going on a boat trip. So romantic.
My little boat is like a note bouncing merrily along. Hear it splashing up a song. The sails are white, the sky is bright, heading out into the blue with a crew of only two, where we can share love's salty air on a little paradise that's afloat. Not a care have we in our little boat. The wind is still, we feel a thrill on our voyage heaven bound, though we only drift around, warmed by the sun, two hearts as one, beating with enchanted bliss, melting in each other's kiss. When evening ends and shyly sends little stars that twinkle brightly above, it's goodbye to our little boat of love. I've got a gig tomorrow night. Do you want to come?
Maybe.
I've got my suit and everything.
Your suit?
And a shirt and tie and shiny shoes. All my Ronnie stuff.
Your Ronnie stuff?
Ronnie Rialto, lounge singer extraordinaire. I need to get ready in the day. Warm up, sound check, dress up.
Dress up like a man?
Like a lounge singer extraordinaire.
Okay.
You don't sound too sure.
Well, I like your...
What?
It's the girl stuff about you that I like.
The girl stuff.
You know.
Out with it.
Oh, don't make me say it, I can't.
Really?
I'm too shy.
Go on.
No.
You were saying.
I like your tits. I like it when we do that thing.
That thing?
I like it when I suck my tits and you suck yours.
You got that the wrong way round.
Oh, no, but you know what I mean, what we do, it's sensational. I had no idea. If women knew.
Yeah.
The ones from tennis.
They'd all want to.
The women I walk the dog with.
Especially them.
I mean, I've just finally tweeted that I love women. A woman. And she wants to go and dress up like a man. What are people going to think, that I need you to be a bloke because I'm too ashamed to be a lesbian? I'm not ashamed, I want to shout about it.
It's a part I play in a concert. It makes me feel good. I like it.
I don't need a guy. I've got one of those already.
You're married.
How did you know?
The wedding ring's a bit of a giveaway.
Oh. Oh, no. Perhaps, well, no, would you look after that for me? Thank you. Just a moment. There's a rock in the sea, like a small island. From here it would be dangerous to swim to. You'd be going diagonally, you might get caught out by a current. But if I walk along the shore to the point right opposite the rock, from there it's a straight line out. And every morning at 10 women meet there to swim out together. A big supportive shoal of women all swimming together. I'm not a strong swimmer, but it's a salty sea, buoyant and inviting. I get there and I walk in the water and women smile and say, "Hi, are you joining us?" And I smile and I plunge in up to my neck and I swim and I swim and I turn over and I swim a bit on my back and I feel the hot sun baking my face and I bask like a shark. I kick my legs, feeling the sun baking my face and feel my body moving through the warm, salty, by now deep, deep water. I look round. Oh, I've gone off course. The rock's there when it should be there. Oh, well, I don't panic. I just start breathing faster and treading water and thinking hard. If anything happened to me out here, then John would find out and I wouldn't be able to explain. And so I know I'll have to tell him. And a little kayak comes over with 2 women in it and they say, "You okay? You want a ride?" And I say, "It's fine, I can get that on course." And they say, "Cool." And I could go back to the shore. I'm about halfway between the rock and the shore. But I set the rock in my sights and I focus and I do 2 hard minutes of front crawl. And there's the rock just feet away and women sitting on it saying, "Come on up, it's lovely." And it is lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And I sit on the rock and I look at the shore. And I know what I have to do. Well, the swim back is easy with the tide in our favour, and at the bar I buy a fruit tea and some women say, "Hey, that was your first time, you get a medal." And they have a little medal ceremony. And this is what they say to a first time rock swimmer. "Congratulations, that was your first time, wasn't it? Here is a medal to keep, to remind you of your first rock swim ever." Well, I shall treasure mine. But how can I take it home? And then there's Rosie and her concert and, well, I don't know whether I should go at all, but I think I will go. In disguise. I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. So deep in my heart, you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair never will go so well. But why should I try to resist when, baby, I know so well I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of a warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, you fool, you never can win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin. Someday, when I'm feeling low and the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you, just the way you look tonight. With each word your tenderness grows.
half a love never appealed to me. If your heart never could yield to me, then I'd rather have nothing at all. Oh, nothing at all. If it's love, there ain't no in between. Why begin then cry for something that might have been? No, I'd rather have nothing at all. Please don't bring your lips close to my cheek. Don't you smile or I'll be lost beyond recall. The kiss in your eye, the touch of your hand leaves me weak, and my heart may grow very dizzy and fall. And if I fell under the spell of your call, I could be caught in the undertow. So you see, I've got to say no, no.
This is a surprise, and I've only just got back from my holiday. I suppose it could be from Rosie.
Hiya, girlfriend. Let's meet up again soon. Rosie.
Or maybe they're from John.
To the best wife in the world, your loving husband, John.
So sorry about Ziggy. He just ran ahead. There was nothing we could do.
How could you let this happen?
Where were you?
Where were you, Mum? Where
How could you?
Where were you, Mum? Where
How could you? Where were you? How could you? How could you? Where were you? How could you? How could you? Where were you? Where were you? How could you? Where were you? Where were you?
How could you let this happen? How could you let this happen? How could you let this happen? How could you let this happen?
So, John, I went away. I selfishly went away when you were away and the kids were away, and consequently Ziggy died. It's all my fault, I know. I shouldn't have left him. Which Greek island? Oh, one of the ones with an unpronounceable name. Oh, fuck it, John, I was on Lesbos. It's the third biggest. Yes, that is where all the lesbians hang out. Yes, that is what I'm saying.
What's for
I've been
dinner?
trying to tell you. Oh, Peter, your father and I need to talk. We're going out for dinner tonight. You're going to have to make yourself a sandwich. I'm sorry. Is this the way our romance ends? I got the message when you said we could be friends. My love was true. I can't believe I'm losing you. We played a game of give and take, but I stopped playing when my heart began to break. My love left for me to do. We've reached the point of no return, and now we're through. It's all too new. I can't believe I'm losing you. It's all too new. I can't believe I'm losing you. John says it's a phase. He says we can get through this together. He says he forgives me. He says it isn't my fault Ziggy died. He says we've got far too much to lose to throw it away just like that. And he's right. He says he will love me forever. He says he will never leave my side. He's been neglectful and he's sorry. He says I must come with him on a business trip to Texas. It's a conference on leadership. Lots and lots of men in suits and really hardly any women. It's so different from where I've just been. I play the corporate wife, smiling, supportive, laughing at men's jokes. There's evening entertainment laid on for the delegates, and we go to a men's ice hockey match. It's an enormous stadium, and the man announcing it is loud and brash, and everything about it is enormous and unhealthy. The popcorn boxes, the hot dogs, the beers and the sodas. The players are armoured in protective gear, cartoons of masculinity. One push off and they glide across the field of play like avatars in some primitive 1980s video game. Pink-skirted cheerleaders go through motions with soulless drive, tacky, formulaic. I may as well be looking over someone else's shoulder, seeing them play out a virtual game for their own entertainment. Waves of artificially generated icy chill rise up the stadium to the seat I'm in, high up. I'm cold and I'm lonely, sitting there in that mob of men. The icy chill clenches my gut and I ache for the warm nights of Erissus and for the soft, melting heat of Rose's caress. 2 days till John and I fly home. I'm in the hotel room, with a day ahead to myself. John's at the conference. Toy Story 2 is on the telly, and I watch it and think of my kids and how they used to love Woody and Buzz and Bo Peep and Jessie. And now how they're all grown up and independent and don't need me anymore. And I think of Rosie, and I don't know who I'm missing more, my kids being kids, or Rosie. When somebody loved me, everything was beautiful. Every hour we spent together lives within my heart. And when they were sad, I was there to dry their tears. And when they were happy, so was I. When they as they grew, I knew they'd go, but how can any parent know before it happens just how hard it'll be? Then I met a woman who took away my pain and tears, and she loved me, yes she So the days go by, I'm here with John, scared and shy and sad. He tells me he forgives me. He says, I will always love you. So how can I leave him, drive my children further off, break the family we have made since 1993? When somebody loved me, everything was beautiful. Every hour we spent together lives within my heart. When she loved me. I go out of the hotel onto the hot highway and I stand by the side of the road in the baking, dusty heat. And a bus comes thundering towards me. This is my road trip. I'm all by myself and I don't know where it's taking me. But it's my road trip and not anybody else's. The bus terminates in Fort Worth, and here I am in the old Wild West, and I don't know what on earth I'm doing here. But I look round and I see a building. It's a modern building, built with a purpose and a nod to the past. I like it. Welcome to the Cowgirl Museum and Hall of Fame. I'm going in. I spent a lifetime looking for you. Single bars and good time lovers were never true. Playing a fool's game, hoping to win. Telling those sweet lies and losing again. I was looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too many faces, searching their eyes, looking for traces of what I'm dreaming of, hoping to find a friend and a lover. I bless the day I discover another heart, looking for love. I was alone and no love in sight. I did everything I could to get me through the night. Don't know where it started or where it might end. I turned to a stranger, just like a friend. I was looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too many faces, searching their eyes, looking for traces of what I'm dreaming of, hoping to find a friend and a lover. I'll bless the day I discover another heart, looking for love. Now you came knocking at my heart's door. You're everything I've been looking for. No more looking for love in all the wrong places, looking for love in too many faces, searching their eyes, looking for traces of what I'm dreaming of. Now that I found a friend and a lover, I bless the day I discovered you, looking for love. back to the hotel room and John's been worrying about me. He didn't know where I was. Oh, John, yes, I'm sorry, I had forgotten. It's the Black Tie Conference dinner tonight. No, I don't want to show us both up. Yes, I will go and quickly change. But they're not silly clothes. And John looks at me. For the first time in ever such a long time, he really looks at me and he can see that things have changed. And he starts, well, after my road trip, it feels as if I'm being taken on an enormous guilt trip. This next song is John's song, but he's not here, so we were wondering if you would sing it for us. The words are going to sort of come up on the screen, karaoke style, and I think you know it. Thank you.
Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Tell me that your sweet love hasn't died. Give me one more chance to keep you satisfied.
Oh, no, sorry, I'm just stopping that. Sorry. You were singing, it was great. I mean, I'm sure John would be really thrilled to know you were singing along so heartily on his behalf. But I'm just wondering if maybe some of you have got divided loyalties, because let's just think about Janet's dilemma. I've encapsulated it here in one sentence. Should Janet leave John and follow her heart? Now, because this is the audience participation part, you get the chance to vote on your mobile phones by texting heart for yes. There is a number to vote no, but it's miles away. They keep you on for ages, to be honest. The bus back from Fort Worth was full of cowboys. The Washington, D.C. Cowboys on their tour of Pride events. Well, we hit it off straight away and I told them my dilemma and they came up with a brilliant song for such an occasion. It's called Let's Go Out in a Blaze of Glory. They've got a specially choreographed dance that they do. And all we need really is for you to sing along with this one, if you don't mind. Words will come up again, it's really easy. Oh, the results are in! It's yee-haw, 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 yee-haw. You're going yee-haw, 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 yee-haw. You're going yee-haw. Yee-haw, 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 yee-haw. Here we are, broken-hearted, thought our love would never end. We fell hard when we got started. Let's go out like we came in. Here we go, here's the chorus. Let's go out in a blaze of glory. All good things must end, like two heroes in a story. Let's go out like we came in a blaze of glory. Don't let's lie or hurt each other. That would be our worst mistake. Once again, let's act like lovers, one more time for old time's sake. Let's go out in a blaze of glory. All good things must end, like two heroes in a story. Let's go attic just at the moment because I'm packing. We've told the children, and it's very painful. Oh, let's see, what do I need? Thank you. You know what? I think I'll save this little one from the bubble wrap. Peter's going to university. He got the right grades, and Chloe is going to have a year in Spain with her boyfriend, and I will get myself a little place to live. I haven't heard from Rosie.
Are you lonesome tonight? Do you miss me tonight? Are you sorry we drifted apart? Does your memory stray to a brighter sunny day when I kissed you and called you sweetheart? Do the chairs in your parlor seem empty and bare? Do you gaze at your doorstep and picture me there? Is your heart filled with pain? Shall I come back again? Tell me, dear, are you lonesome tonight?
Rosie has invited me to Brighton for the weekend. I'm very excited. She's keen to show me the ropes. She particularly wants to introduce me to her favourite shops, Wickes, Robert Dyer's and Mountain Warehouse. We'll take a stroll down the lanes and we'll have a walk on the beach, and I'm going to stay Friday night and Saturday night, and who knows, move in on Sunday.
Hello, are you
Oh,
here?
hello Rosie, yes, I'm at the station.
So am I, where are you?
Oh, there's so many people, I can't see you. But I'm waving.
Oh yeah, I see you.
Can you see me? Where are you?
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. Pardon the way that I stare. There's no one else to compare. The sight of you leaves me weak. There are no words left to speak. But if you feel like I feel, please let me know that it's real. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to warm my lonely nights. So, baby, trust in me when I say, oh, pretty baby. Now that I found you, stay and let me love you, baby. Let me love